Hello, Christina's World Kitchen. I'm Christina Martinez-Williams. Oh my goodness, that knife is right there. I'm Christina Martinez-Williams, and I'm so excited to make this butter chicken pizza. This is a absolute favorite. It is one that we have even perfected a little bit over time, and one that Kailea has been requesting. So it is a weird day out today. It was beautiful. I taught some swim lessons, and now it is about to storm. There's a severe, I don't know if you can really tell, but it's about to storm. It's really dark out there. So I want to know if you've been out in the sun at all today. I definitely have. We walked once. I'm not sure we're going to get to walk. We're supposed to walk in a couple hours, but we'll see if we get to. This pizza crust is my chicken pizza crust that is made with chicken and spinach, and I am adapting it for this recipe to be a butter chicken pizza crust. And then I made already, and I'll tell you guys the ingredients of it, my butter chicken sauce that goes on top of it, and then it just has cheese on top of that. It is absolutely delicious, super high protein, super low carb, and it is something that you need to try. If you like Indian butter chicken, like Americanized Indian butter chicken, put like it in the comments. If you've never had it, put never had it. If you don't like it, put don't like it, or leave it in the comments. I would love to know. So I'm going to start with 3 cups of shredded chicken. This is just, I cooked it in the Instapot, and then I shredded it. I have my pizza oven. I have my oven preheated to 375 degrees. My pizza stone has been preheating in there for 15 minutes. 3 cups, and I shredded this using a hand mixer. Jennifer, yes! Oh my gosh, you're gonna love this. Absolutely love this. So I am saving my water that I cooked this chicken in, because I'm gonna use it as chicken stock for another dish. But this is 3 cups of chicken. You can do it however you want. You can boil the chicken and then shred it, but it's 3 cups of shredded chicken. Now what I'm going to do is mix this with 2 cups of really finely chopped, well, not really, it's like just chopped spinach. as fine as I can do it. And it didn't take that much time to do it. So chopped spinach, 2 cups of chopped spinach. And then we're going to mix these 2 together, and we only have 2 more regular ingredients and then a bunch of spices. This one does require a spice that is not as common. When we were in Oregon, we wanted to make this, and we had a hard time finding it. We had to go to a few different stores, and it was kind of expensive. So it is one that you would invest in, and you might have to look around for, depending on where you live. Because it's one that I think here I wouldn't have much issues in certain stores, but in other stores maybe, which is garam masala. That's one of the main ingredients in this. And we absolutely love this sauce. We're not going to use all of this sauce for this pizza. It doesn't need all of this. So it's great because now the girls have it. The girls love it. Kailea loves it. And I have extra shredded chicken. So she can mix it with the shredded chicken. We can mix it with cauliflower rice. There's so many things you can use it for. And it's just an amazing sauce. Now, and the base of that sauce is tomato paste and onions, and then a bunch of spices. But there's also avocado oil and heavy whipping cream. Now this is all mixed. Now I'm going to add to this a cup of mozzarella cheese. And then the rest of the cheese that we're using is going on the top of the pizza after it's been cooked. Now this pizza does take a little bit longer. This is not one of my easy, fast recipes. It is an absolutely delicious recipe that you need to try, but it is not one of the ones where I say it takes very little prep and very little time. It does take time. You can do some of the things ahead of time, like pre-shred your chicken, pre-cook your chicken, that's the thing that you could do. You could pre-make the sauce. You can make the sauce a different day or on the weekend. Then it would be actually a decently fast dinner. But it does take a bit to cook because you have to cook it on both sides. So you have to get the crust golden underneath, and then you can flip it, and it's a big, you're gonna flip it. It's kind of precarious. You're gonna flip it and put it upside down, and then get it a little bit more cooked, and then add your sauce and your cheese. Then you're gonna cook it for another like 7 minutes after that. So it does take a little bit of cooking time as well. Now I have the cheese mixed in. Now I'm going to mix all of this with 3 eggs that I mostly beat. I think I need to beat them a little bit more. I love using my fondue, my fondue stick to beat my eggs. I feel like it gets it so, so good. Tell me what you use to beat your eggs. Do you use a whisk? Do you use a fork? Do you use beaters, egg beaters? Do you use a fondue fork like me? What do you do to beat your eggs? It's just so easy. I don't know. And it gets it so well connected. Okay, now I'm gonna put this in here. This is our binder along with the cheese. And you would be surprised, this is a crust that we have to build, not roll, onto the pizza stone. If you do not have a pizza stone, not to worry, because when we were in Oregon, we did not have a pizza stone, and I built it onto a parchment paper on top of a baking sheet, and it still worked. Then you're gonna flip it by taking another piece of parchment paper after it's been cooked, and then flipping that so that you can easily flip it. It's actually easier to flip it on the parchment sheet than on the pizza stone. But the pizza stone is such a great way to cook pizza. But if you don't have one, it does work. And it just takes a little bit longer actually on the baking sheet because it doesn't preheat in the same way. So I really like using the pizza stone if you have one. If you do not, it will work, and it's still an amazing pizza. All right. So Facebook has this thing now that they delete lives after 30 days. And I didn't catch the live where I made it the last time, so I'm having to make it again, which is fine. I make a lot of things again, but I also didn't get to keep all of that. So we're making it again, and it's so good. It's really, really delicious. Now we're going to mix in our spices. This is the base of the crust. Now we're just putting the spices in. So we're going to start with putting them all together. Actually, I forgot. We're gonna put them all together so that they get well combined into here. So I'm gonna use just a little dish, and we're gonna use a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. These are actually exactly the same spices that are in the sauce. So it's like double flavor. So a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. We're gonna use a teaspoon of garlic powder. A teaspoon of garlic powder. So these are the same exact spices that are in the sauce. Teaspoon of garlic powder. 2 teaspoons. I'm going to use actually just, because the sauce already has salt, I'm going to use just 1 teaspoon of pink salt. 1 teaspoon of pink salt. 2 teaspoons of paprika. 2 teaspoons of paprika. 1. 2. Now 2 tablespoons of garam masala. And actually I'm gonna use 1 because I put 2 tablespoons in the sauce. So I'm actually gonna use 1 tablespoon of garam masala. This one's almost out, so oops, this is 2. I'm using 1. So the sauce is 2 tablespoons of garam masala, and the sauce has 2 tablespoons, or 2 teaspoons, of pink salt. I'm using 1 tablespoon and 1 teaspoon. All right, I'm gonna double check that though. Let me put this down so it does not fall, and see if I can open this. This is 1 tablespoon. It is, there we go. Okay. The only thing that I'm going to double check is the quantity of pink salt in the sauce. Yeah, teaspoons, 2 teaspoons. Okay. I wanted to make sure I was telling you right. Now we're going to just mix this. until it is all combined, and I spilled some on the counter. And Garam Masala is spelled like this, so you can know. I know it's not, it's backwards, but Facebook took away their ability to turn it around. Garam Masala. And if you've had Garam Masala, well, I already asked you if you had butter chicken, but put Garam, G-A-R-A-M, in the comments if you have had it, and put nope if you haven't had Garam Masala before. It's a great combination of spices. So now I'm just going to sprinkle this all through, and I'm going to mix it into my, this is my crust. So my crust is gonna have so much goodness in it. And so my crust only had 1 teaspoon of pink salt and 1 tablespoon of, what is it called? 1 tablespoon of, I can't remember, 1 tablespoon of Garam Masala. Hey Angela, hey Courtney. Hello, hello. All right. And then I'm almost mixed. And then the last part is the hardest part, and it's kind of a longer part. You haven't had it, Angela, yet. Awesome. You're gonna love it. If you like Indian spices, this is a really good dish. You're gonna love it. And it's kind of like a, well, it's a twist on a dish that is amazingly good, butter chicken, but that I've never seen. Actually, there's one store in Hyattsville in Maryland that has, it's like an Indian, it's like a Chipotle, but Indian version of Chipotle, but with pizza. And that's actually where I got the idea to do it like this, because they take Indian spices and flavors, and you then get to build your own pizza, and you get to choose all your toppings like you do at Chipotle, and yeah, it's delicious. So that gave me the idea to make this with my already existing stuff. Thank you for sharing it, Angela. All right, now I have it all mixed. Now I'm going to take out the pizza stone and make room for it. I already made this sauce on the stove. We're gonna put the pizza stone over here, and then this part is building it. I'm gonna show you how to do it, and then I'm gonna talk you through the rest of it, because it's gonna need to be in the oven for a bit. So let me grab the pizza stone out of the oven. This is where I made the sauce earlier. And the pizza stone always has a little bit of residual oil in it, and so it's smoking a little bit. Now we're going to put we're gonna build our pizza on here. Let me see if maybe the light would help. Kind of. I'm sorry. We have a dishwasher issue. So we have all these dishes that then have to get in the dishwasher that just finished being cleaned, but then it's not cleaned the way yet. It's such an annoying thing. Where is my spatula? Right there. All right. I'm going to actually use this one because it is brand new cleaned and it flexes. So having a spatula is really helpful with this crust, because you want to build it and press it into the stone. So you're going to start in the center, and you're going to press it down, and because it's preheated, again, if you do it on parchment paper, it still works. You just have to work a little bit. But when it's preheated, it already starts to like melt and cling to the stone. And then you're just going to keep building your crust around the circle of the stone. So it doesn't matter which side or where, you just build a little bit at a time so that you can press it down. You want this to be, it is a thick crust, but you don't want it so thick that it doesn't cook. So you want to press it till it is flat, but you don't want holes. I'm going to show you in a second what it looks like from the top. So as you add to it, you're building around, and you can do as much as, like, you can put more out at once if you want. I just find that it's easier to do a little bit at a time. So when you press, you're pressing it into each other, and then you're pushing it down as it connects. And it's connecting because of the cheese and because of the egg, and and then because the chicken is shredded. So I'm going to show you. And you'll be able to build all the way around. I still have a good amount of chicken. So you're going to build all the way around. So you can see as I press it, it connects. And where there's holes, I can kind of just move it to connect right here. All right, that's it. Now, well, it's not it. I got to build the rest of it. I'm going to put it back in the oven for 15 minutes, and I'm going to check on it and see if it's gotten any goldenness. It's going to need to be able to be lifted up, which means that it needs to be golden, and then flipped. So it's a lot easier to flip. You're going to have to, like, use a metal spatula to get under all the spots, and then you're going to flip it, and it's gonna cook on the other side for another like 5 to 10 minutes. You want it to be golden and cooked. I mean, the chicken's already cooked, so it's more just getting the pizza crust cooked together, like connected together and cooked. Then you're going to take it out and you're going to put your butter chicken sauce, and it's not going to absorb, so you just want it to, you know, like a layer of it, not a overly thick layer, because it doesn't go anywhere. It's not going to come, like, absorb into it. It's not still going to go off of it. And then you're going to put cheese on top of it. I use mozzarella cheese, shredded mozzarella cheese, and then put it back in the oven for another, like, till the cheese is melted, usually like 7 minutes. And then you have this amazing chicken crust pizza, spinach. You've already got some veggies in here, and you have tomatoes and onions in the sauce. So it is absolutely delicious. Let me know if you try it. And if you do shred your chicken ahead of time, and if you do make your sauce ahead of time, it makes it a lot easier. The other aspects of the sauce are heavy whipping cream, which I think I said, and also avocado oil, and onions, and tomato paste. And then that's it. And all those spices, again. And then you can use that sauce, so you can make it ahead and use it for other things, and then save aside some to use on top. And it really, however much you want. Okay, that's it. I'm going to keep building it. But that's all that this is. This is the rest of it. I'm going to put it in the oven and then do all that I just told you. So, from my house to your kitchen, global flavors and healthy plates from around the world. Bye!